thing. All right, so this is just going over how to set up volume alerts on your stock charts, and basically I use them just on stocks that are actually newsworthy stocks. Now you're going to see the stock up here on the screen. People are going to see that, and all of a sudden volume's going to come in and it's going to trigger my alert. So basically what I do is that I want to look back on the average volume of the day during the day, and on a non-news day where we're starting to see we're looking back here at the beginning of the day, and we're seeing the biggest volume spikes that come up here. 300. But these are the volume that crosses in a 1 minute time period, so it's not really a true form of volume. We want to look at what we want to do is set our stock for a block of stocks, one big trade that goes through. And what you want to do is you're going to right-click on your chart. You're going to go to New Alerts, and when you get to New Alerts, that's going to come up and it's going to show you different type of alerts here. So you're going to go down to what's called a column alert. Now there's other kind of alerts. You could do a high price alert, which you just put a normal price in there. Say I want to put a price in there of $1.20. I could put a $1.20 stock, put it right up there, and it'll pop up as an alert. And I save it there. Boom. Alerts in for $1.20. But I want to use what's called, and there's other ones, the low price, new lows, column alerts, trend line alerts. You can put a trend line in, a 52-week high alert, trailing stop alerts, and trade alerts. So basically I go to a column alert, and from a column alert you could see you could just put down here alert parameters here. I don't usually use that, but what I'm going to do is go to column alert, and I'm going to go down here, pull down thing, and I'm going to go to last volume, and last volume greater than or equal to. Alright, so greater than or equal to, and I'm going to put a block of volume. I'm going to say 300,000 shares, which should trigger me. It should trigger a volume alert if I see a block of 300,000 shares goes across the last volume. If it equals or is greater than or equals 300,000, it's going to pop up as an alert. So I want to make it an audio alert, and I want to make it a customized audio alert, which I'll show you how to do in a second. And I have automatic audio alerts here, and I call this one a volume alert. And it sounds something like this right here. Let me get that up here.
Volume alert.
All right, so and that's
Volume alert.
And then I save the alert there, and then boom, it's all saved, and I don't have to worry about Leo. I could keep it. I could, just move it to the side. I could keep it underneath some other charts. I mean, the important thing as trading as an intraday trader, you want to be able to see. Again, one of the better techniques of trading is seeing, where the money's going in for the day. So you want to watch the relative strength. So it's important to have as many stocks in front of you so you can actually see them. You want to see how they're reacting as the market's reacting. So if the market's selling off and the stock's actually not selling off, showing relative strength versus the market, that's a good indication that the stock might bounce when the market bounces. It might be one of the first stocks that takes, money starts to flow into. So that's another good reason to have a lot of these audio alerts on your stocks that you just don't want to watch. You could minimize them, put some other stock there that's more important at that point in time here. To make those audio alerts, to make that audio alert, if you're not sure how to do that, let me show you fast. I go to a Google search engine here, and I just put in AT&T voice. I just do it because I know how it works. I could just save it. It goes to AT&T Labs text to speech, and it comes up with this little cool little website which enables you to put down any type of audio alert you want, and you could do different type of voices. I like to use a female voice here, and I might say you could make a customized alert. just just goofing around here just to see what it sounds like.
Lear is breaking out on massive volume.
Say that's what it sounds like. So I just did, I could save that now. I could go back. That's my Lear is breaking out on massive volume alert. Or I wouldn't say breaking out, but I would say there is massive volume or whatever. Just goofing around. You can put whatever you want. Lear is all right. So and what you would do is just say download now. It'll give you a link. You download it. You save it to your computer. You resave it as the alert that you want to call it, a volume alert. Put it in a folder called alerts, and then just link it to your alerts when you want to add it to your QuoteTracker. When it says volume alert, just add it to your link. Add it to your alerts. So hopefully that explains some things there for you. That's how you set up a volume alert on your different stocks. A lot of different stocks. Sometimes you want to see a volume alert in a couple different stocks. So I like to put volume alerts on. Ford was a good one back in the day. Anything that's really in the news, potential news breaking stocks. ELN. We trade that one a lot on volume. Whenever a volume alert comes on that sometimes gets chatter. Anything that has chatter coming into it, any type of potential buyout, any potential news, pharmaceuticals, FDA, anything that's supposed to be released with some FDA news, you might want to just put a volume alert on so you're not watching it all the time. Volume is going to always show you the price action before you actually know it's there. I mean, that's the clue right there. Big volume, and then that brings other volume in. Nice little trend line break. Again, this is a scenario where we see the trend line break above the 20/50 short-term moving average, sideways consolidation. Each day I talk about it. 20-period moving average coming back underneath us, and then follow a further push up here. Just an interesting scenario there. Again, always want to wait for that trend line to develop on your markets, on the markets there. And then once you start to see that higher low here start to form, that's giving your first indication. You have the trend line, which is one of your first indicators. You have the higher low, which is your other indicator. And then you have, whatever other indicators you're looking at, being on the 5-minute chart. The stochastics might be in a good level. It might be on a trend line also. You look for that pop, and then you get that pop. You can either sell into it, watch the consolidation sideways, and watch for that secondary pop. And always that's a good, just a piker's way of scalping the market here on the ES. Not to say that's going to break out. The markets definitely has an agenda today, being options expiration or quadruple expirations. So there is a little agenda out there. And let me stop that video. So that was the video.